Hello guys, my name is Michael and welcome to the second tutorial of our GTKDialog widget. In the last tutorial we learned how we can create a dialog window, and we saw things we need to create to make it work. I will compile it and run it and to see how it looks like. The same like in the other tutorial, we have two windows: the main window, which is our window, and the dialog window. And as you can see, it works fine, but like I said, this is not the case of a dialog, which means you need to create another way of opening a dialog, not by creating directly into the main function. So something like similar to code blocks. If I go now here and I hit about, as you can see, it is the about dialog, it's coming out. So for doing this, first thing first, we are going to create a button. This is the first thing which we need to do: GTK widget button. Once that we have it, we can create a button. So button, we are going to point it to GTK button new with label, and we are going to say, I don't know, open the dialog, whatever. It is not important what name you are giving here. This is what you will decide. And then of course we need to let G let's set some margin to this button to not have it so big margin, and I'm going to say 50, and we are going to mark our function with null, which says it's done with its properties. Let's see what happens and how the button looks like. The button is not there because we didn't put it inside a GTK container. Add GTK container, we need to put it inside our window first, window, and the button of course. So let us check how it looks like, the way the program is designed right now, and it looks fine and works fine. As you can see, I can interact with the button if the window dialog is there. Okay, we are going to see how we can change that also. Okay, so that being said, let us create a function. For this we need a signal to catch it. We are going to use the clicked signal, of course. So G signal connect, no, I'm going to use swap. I'm going to use swap. Yes, okay. I'm going to explain why. Button, click it. You already know about the click it, and the G signal. No, sorry, the G callback function, and whatever, run dialog callback. We can use this name, it is fine. And then now we are going to swap our button with our window. You'll see in a moment why, because we need a pointer to this window to make those changes. And now we are going to create, of course, the function void, and then GTK window. I'm going to use the GTK window because I don't want to cast all the time all these windows window casts, which we need. And now that we create the function, let us move this thing up here into this function, and of course the dialog also, we don't need it here. We are going to create it here inside. Okay, so the way how it looks like, I just moved only the part which was here inside. I move it inside this window. We created a button, and then we said that this button should we catch its signal, which its clicked signal, and once that it catches, it should be called this function by passing the window pointer itself. I'm going to compile it right the way it is, and let us see what happens. As you can see, until now we have good our application works fine. I'm going to click the open the dialog button. As you can see, works fine, everything is fine. I'm going to click it again, and as long as I click it, it's let me to open again and again and again. For this, there is another function. Let us go a little bit back to our object hierarchy. There is another function which can help us to stop this kind of action if you don't need it. So we need to go to GTK window, because the dialog cell, it is also in a window, and we need GTK window set model. Where is it? If not, I will need to search it. It's not here. Okay, so I think somehow I missed it. Okay, so GTK window set model. This works fine. It works. GTK window set model. What's okay? I need to find it by my there's okay. So it says sets a window model or a non-model. Model windows prevent interaction with other windows in the same application. To keep modal dialogues on the top of the main application window, use GTK window set transients 4 to make the dialog transients for the parent. Most Windows manager will disallow lowering the dialog below the parent. So that being said, we have this function right here, which we said we want to keep it. Let us comment it out and see what happens, so that you understand. Of course, our window parameter is now not used, so we are going to fix this by doing if is not GTK is window. Okay, so basically what I'm doing here, I'm going to say gprint the provided parameter is wrong. Gprint the expected parameter should be GTK window. Okay, so this basically fix our GTK window problem. Let's see. I will compile it and run it, and as you can see, once that I click here, works fine, but we have dialog mapped without the transient parent. This is discarded. Okay, so that being said, we need this function. It's right there. Now, to fix the other one, we call this function, which says GTK window set model needs two parameters. The first one is the window itself, and the second one is the model, which should be true or false. So that being said, I'm going to call it just after GTK set transient models, and then we need our dialog. I'm going to copy this one right here, and of course the next thing which we will do, we are going to say false. I'm going to compile it and run it. I'm going to click the button, move it at the side, and then click it again. You see, so basically the false thing does nothing. It is the default one. Maybe the documentation it says something about, you know, it didn't. Anyway, now I'm going to change it to true. I will compile it and run it and see what happens. And now I click the button, I move it at the side, and I cannot interact with the application anymore. So this means this is the way how you set a modal or a not modal dialog. Okay, so maybe that's I think it's enough for this video. We are going to talk about new things in the next video, which they are coming. So for that, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.